In consciousness, mind is also an appearance in consciousness. Anything that is you are aware of. Are you aware of the brain? Yes, we can be. I can do a brain scan, I can look at a picture of a brain, I can even see a picture of my own brain. I can be aware of my own brain. I am theoretically aware that my brain is here. So then I am aware of the brain, that the brain is an object to me, the consciousness. But mind is equally an object to me, the consciousness, because mind, thoughts are also objects. You are right now aware of thoughts. Even this question you asked is formulated in the mind. That was also, you are aware of it. So what Vedanta wants to say, you are not the brain, that is, you are not the body. You are not even the mind. You are the awareness to which the mind and the body or brain are appearing. So that is the Vedantic position. But your question was not that. Your question was a little more downstream. What about mind and what about brain? This connection between brain and mind is a more modern scientific development. I don't know how much the ancients, whether in India or in Greece or China, were aware of the importance of the brain. They would often locate the mind and feelings in the heart. In most ancient cultures, heart, they would say. Be that as it may, your question was precisely what is the connection between brain and mind. Materialists will say the brain is producing the mind. The mind is nothing but the brain. It's an activity of the brain. Therefore, mind and also consciousness, according to materialists. When the body dies, brain dies, lights out. No consciousness. None of your fancy Vedanta and all of that, nothing works. It's just physical death is the end of it. If you are a materialist reductionist, if that's their worldview. Why not? As you can imagine, Vedanta will not accept it. For Vedanta, the body is an instrument, a vehicle. In the Kathopanishad it is said the body is like a chariot. So the body, the nervous system, brain, all part of the chariot. It's more like your car, your SUV. Somebody told me that modern cars have more computers than old fighter planes also. So the brain is like a computer in this car, in your chariot. So the brain and the nervous system and the body are like instruments for the mind. And even the mind is not our real nature. The mind is also like a vehicle. So we have two vehicles. Sthula, Sukshma, gross or physical, and a subtle. The physical vehicle is this body. It dies at death. Physical death, this body is destroyed. But according to Vedanta, not just Vedanta, in fact all religions, the mind, it continues after the death of this body. According to all religions, one common characteristic of any religion, in fact it's a defining characteristic of something to be a religion, that something survives of you after death. If that system of thought does not accept that, then it's not a religion. It becomes some kind of materialism. So religion states that mind cannot be reducible to the brain. Mind is not reducible to the brain. There's a collection of articles, The Irreducible Mind. It's a big book with scientific articles. Irreducible mind. Why mind cannot be reduced to brain. What we have found so far is a tight correlation between mental activities and brain functioning. So neuronal activities in the brain, they have been tightly correlated with reported, sensations, thoughts, memories, and all of that, activities of the mind. But is the brain producing the mind? Materialists will say yes. The question there is how? How? All you can see in the brain is minute electrical activity, the final thing that you can see. Can you see a thought? Can you see an emotion? Can you even see a memory? So, no, we have located the memory is here, but you have located chemicals, you have located electrical activity, you have located the physical basis like the neurons. Where is the memory there? So the memory, thoughts, emotions, ideas, memories, feelings, perceptions, which is what we are all experiencing. This data cannot be ignored because we all have it. This is called mind. This is called mind and consciousness. How is a physical brain producing that? They cannot explain. This is called the explanatory gap. Vedanta says brain is not producing the mind. The mind functions through the brain, but the mind pre-exists before the brain is created, born, developed. And after the brain dies also, nervous system is dead, the mind continues. It goes back into a seed form, it will go into a new vehicle, a new body, a new birth. That's what's called reincarnation. And consciousness is even beyond the mind. It's neither the brain nor the mind. Mind and brain are both like vehicles for consciousness. A very rough idea would be, the body is like the computer you're using, like this laptop. The mind is like the software in the data and software in that laptop. And you, the consciousness, was separate from this laptop and the data also. Consciousness or Atman is like that, like the user. A very rough example, not a good example. So this laptop might be destroyed. At one time it will be gone. But if the data is uploaded to the cloud, the data will still be there. So the data and the laptop are not the same thing. Mind and brain are not the same thing. The brain may go away. Data will not function until you download it into a new laptop, a new body with new brain. Then it will start functioning again. But you, the user, you are distinct from both. You are not even the laptop, nor the data. The laptop is like the physical body and brain. The data is like the mind. Again, not a good example. But you, the Atman, the user, the one being sentience itself, is utterly different from all of them. This is not just Vedanta, even this is Nyaya, Sankhya, all these philosophies, they hold this to be true. Yes.